Welcome back, guys, to TheScottSpot. I'm Scott, and you're watching The Legend of Zelda, the Majora's Mask Let's Play. Anyway, before we jump right back into it, I figured it would be a good idea to let you guys see the second intro to the game, which you only see if you let the first intro play all the way through, and then let it start over. It actually shows you a different assortment of areas to give you an idea of some of the places you'll see outside of Clocktown. We've got some sort of ranch that looked like Malon from Lon Lon Ranch in Ocarina of Time. Ooh, some kind of Gerudo base. Now, if you've played this game before, as I'm assuming most of you have, you'll know exactly where all these places are. But otherwise, I could see how this is actually a little spoilery. Also, sorry if I sound a little raspy. I think I'm starting to get sick. I hope not, or maybe I just let my voice go out, but you never know. And then I think, yeah, I was going to say it's going to show us the graveyard next, which apparently has stalled children patrolling it. We'll see more of that later. Much later, actually, I think. So yeah, Corey and I just got back from vacation. He was on spring break, so we went on a Royal Caribbean cruise to Haiti and Key West, Florida. It was actually pretty awesome. It was Corey's first time cruising, and if you've never been on a cruise, I highly recommend it. It's probably my favorite way to vacation. But it's totally worth it, I mean, especially if you like infinite food and booze. Definitely. The end of the little intro, though, is the same as the first one's intro. The same as the first one's intro. And it's not really raining too bad yet. But it looks like a storm is brewing, so I'm hoping that the rain doesn't come down really hard and it starts thundering and shit, because I wouldn't want any unneeded background noise. That would be bad. Alright, so that intro is over. It took the first couple minutes or so of the video, unfortunately. Alright, but let's continue right from where we left off at the owl statue save at the beginning of the first day of our second cycle. And I'm calling this cycle the Town of Time, because as I said, we are actually going to be spending most of this cycle just exploring Clocktown. Ye who hold the sacred sword, you have returned to the appointed spot. If you wish to interrupt your adventure, game, again, speak to me, the one that you have marked to prove your encounter. Yes, oh shit. Didn't mean to do that, actually. But no matter, because I was about to do it anyway. Okay, so I've been playing Breath of the Wild lately, so I keep trying to rotate the camera with my right stick. Alright, so as you'll recall, we already played the inverted Song of Time, so time is going much slower than it did in the first cycle. But first and foremost, we're going to need to make some rupees. So, in fact, we're going to need 35 of them. So let me amass that real quick, and then we'll get back to the video. Okay, now that that's done, I actually got 42, but that was only because I needed a little bit more to get over 35. The first thing we want to do is, oh man, I keep trying to use motion controls to aim, is take out Tingle again, because now he's in the air, so we have to blow him out. He says the same exact thing as the first time, so I'm not going to bother reading it all. But remember, I was supposed to buy the map of Clocktown in the last cycle, and I actually forgot. So, let's do that. And by the way, Tingle's dialogue doesn't change whether you're a Deku or a human. He still thinks you're the very reincarnation of a fairy. Wait, no, he thinks he's a reincarnation of a fairy. Yes, Clocktown. So, he sells different maps depending on where you find him, and the map of the region that he's in is always the cheapest. You got a map of Clocktown. Now you can find your way around town. Well, goody gumdrops. The red arrow in the map shows you where you entered, and the yellow arrow shows your current location. Dandy. Tingle Tingle Kulu Limpa! Somebody should just make that their Tinder profile. Oh wow, he's going back up. Okay, so let's head back to the bomb shop in West Clocktown, actually. Because we want to buy some bombs. Because one thing I didn't mention is when a new cycle starts, you lose all your expendable items. So you go down to 0 bombs, 0 arrows if you have any, 0 rupees, things like that. And since this is before 10 p.m., his mother should actually still be out of town. Yep, she's not here. Ooh, I just saw a lightning flash. Welcome. We're expecting you to get our larger bomb bag back in stock pretty soon. But now that I think about it, it's already late. So Granny must have had trouble getting back even before this. Alright, but let's get these. Thank you very much. And, we already got the bomb bag the last cycle. We get to keep that, and we'll wait on getting our first bomb. We'll wait on getting our first bomb juice. Come again. There's that. We're gonna need these bombs, and you'll see why before too long, actually. All right, so now we want to go to East Clocktown. Sorry, I take some coffee. So we actually want to go back to the observatory in East Clocktown. That way we can re-get the moon's tier. But there's also a side benefit to doing it this way. Did these guys say anything different on day one? My, funny things are happening in town, aren't they? Funny. You're telling me. Oh, that's the fucking thing about those kidnapping to the south. For some reason I thought I talked to them on day 2 before. Oh, damn it. Okay. So let's go up here, and I definitely don't remember what the code is, but luckily I still have it written down from last time. Let's see. It's like 53142 or something. I'm not sure. Hold on. 53214 apparently. There we go. What? Did I get it wrong? Let me try that one more time. That's definitely not it. 5, 3, 2, 1. Damn, apparently I wrote it down wrong or something. Oh boy. Okay, well hang on while I try to track this down. Okay, you guys saw that, right? It's actually 53124, I think. I just guessed it. Apparently I typed it down wrong before, which is annoying, but oh well. Alright, so let us continue henceforth. And these kids, Bomber's Secret Society of Justice, it's like social justice worker kids or something. Okay, so we want to basically just do the same thing we did last time and head on in. We'll have to go through. This will actually be a pretty annoying process as we go through the game, because in order to get all the rewards from trading the moon's tiers around, we'll actually want to do that as soon as it becomes available every time. So we'll end up doing it like 5 or 6 times probably. Let's kill this skull kid. Hopefully I can do it. Oh shit. I've already forgotten how to fight these guys as a human. There we go. That wasn't so bad, except for I did lose half a heart. If this was Breath of the Wild, that probably would have killed me. Still have to resort to being a skull kid to pop that random Majora's Mask balloon, which one has to wonder why there are balloons with Majora's Mask on it if it's such a dark artifact of the past. Oh well. I learned a long time ago never to question Zelda too much. Even if it has a twisted, in-depth timeline. And here we are again. So let's get the moon's tier to fall. I was actually trying to take that off. Wait. Okay, I kept pressing C left apparently. I think the professor has different dialogue if you're a human, so we'll try that. Hey ho, he like gets right in your face. Well, you're a child I've never seen in town before. Are you a new friend of the Bombers? I always say that it's important to develop your interests while you are young. You can use this telescope to look around town. If you're interested, give it a try. Sure, let's gaze. This way we can get the skull kid to slap his butt at us again. Bright and early this time. Alright, there's actually a couple more well, after this falls, I'll tell you guys about it. There's a couple more secrets with this telescope that you can do. And the first is, if you make your telescope go like somewhere around here, forget exactly how to trigger it, that you can get, there we go, a business scrub to fly out of town. And we actually want to watch it do its thing. So it can be a little difficult to track him with the telescope, but we have to do it. So there's a grotto, a secret grotto out there, as you can see by the guy waving his arms. That's what that indicates. Gotta follow this dude. Where'd he go? Well, anyway, he's gonna fly into that hole there because he has a secret base there. But in order to find him there, you actually have to watch him fly in. So yeah, it's taking a sweet ass time. Not that that's surprising. Okay, another secret about this place is you can watch these guays or guays, I'm not sure exactly how you're supposed to pronounce it, fly out. And then if you watch them long enough, they will drop rupees. It's usually just a red rupee, I think, so it's no big deal. It's not like a huge secret or anything, but it is a nice way to make a little easy cash early in the game when we don't have many good ways to do that. It almost looks like he flies right into it. He's torturing me there. Come on, drop your booty, bird. Reminds me of the booty bird from DKC3. There we go. So he dropped his red rupee, and then we can eventually watch him fly off into the sunset. However, there is another Gue somewhere right there. Okay, and he will do the same thing. He'll fly out and eventually drop a red rupee. So we're gonna wait and track his movements until he can do that. Oh god, my voice is giving out, but man, I really wanted to record tonight. Well, hopefully it's not so bad that you guys mind. Maybe I even sound a little better. I did watch an episode of Family Guy the other day where Peter was sick and Lois was attracted to his sick voice. Now that's a tangent if I've ever heard one. Ooh, that one's flying high. Like Tails. Ooh, from this angle you can definitely see that we're inside a skybox, graphically. Oh well. Come on, buddy. We ain't got all day. I think he should be about to drop it. Are Gues like lizard bats, or are they like crows, or what? Okay, it looks like he's flying away. I never saw him drop anything, so I don't know if we missed it or if we just have to assume. But anyway, you can get 2 of those birds to drop red rupees like that. Now that that's over. Well, how was it? Did you discover anything interesting? Just the moon's tear again. So let's go grab that right real quick like. And here we go. You got the moon's tear. We already know what it's for. And we couldn't do it as a Deku scrub, but if you strike the Gossip Stones with your sword as Hylian Link, or Human Link, only 68 hours and 24 minutes remaining. So instead of telling you the exact time, they tell you how much time is left before impact. Something else that we should try is this little Easter egg that's still in here from Ocarina. Blow a Gossip Stone up with a bomb, and it takes off like a fucking rocket. It just sails away until infinitely, straight into the stratosphere, until we can no longer even see it. Yep, it's out of our viewpoint now. Crazy. Oh, it exploded. I forgot that it exploded. Well, sorry you didn't get to see that. Okay, Link, now that we're done staring straight into the sun, like a developmentally challenged person, we are going to head back. However, there is one little side thing that we can get now in the Astral Observatory, or in the tunnel leading to it anyway, that we couldn't really do anything about before. So I didn't take you guys down the side path that I'm talking about because, like I said, there was no point. But this is actually a really cool secret. I hesitate to even call it a secret, but it's a really cool treasure. And I'll explain why in a minute. It's kind of funny because this is actually traversing those little water steps is a little easier with the Deku Link. So yeah, swim down this side tunnel, hug the walls so we can avoid the Skulltula, and then climb up here. And you can see there's a cracked wall here. So let's drop a bomb. I will hold out my shield so I don't get hurt. And we get a little treasure chest. And inside here is a silver rupee, which is worth 100 rupees. And I am pretty happy, actually. Now the reason, on top of getting 100 rupees so easily, the reason that is so neato is because when you reset a cycle, you also reset every treasure chest in the game. I don't think there's any treasure chest that remains open. So we can get that silver rupee every time we start a new cycle, and you can imagine it's actually pretty easy to get there. We'll also get a way to make it to where we don't have to acquire bombs at the beginning every time to get there either, but we'll go over that later. Now, as we come out, it's Jim.
Hey Guy, you haven't passed my test, so how do you know my secret code?
Yeah, remember this? We passed the bombers test in the last cycle, so we actually cheated to get back in here.
Nobody but bombers know that code, so why do you know it? Listen Guy, you're pretty good. You managed to figure out a code that only we know. Now that's something. I like you.
I don't think the government would see it that way.
What's your name, Guy? Link, huh? Alright, that school kid broke our rules and is doing all kinds of stuff.
We should start like a list of everything that the school kid did to these people.
I'm making Link a new member of the Bombers instead. This is the Bomber's Notebook. It contains the words we live by. Read it over.
And we get the Bomber's Notebook. It allows you to keep track of people's schedules. Basically, I'll show you this thing off in a second. Press start to access the quest status screen, then highlight the notebook and press A to read it.
1. Find troubled people and add their names and pictures. Only 20 people will fit in your book.
Which makes sense, because why would we want to help more than 20 people if we could help it?
Promise to help them. Mark promises with promise stickers. Never be late with fulfilling your promises. 3. Whenever you solve someone's problem, it makes you happy, so a happy sticker will be added to your book. 4. No removing stickers. Use promise stickers to keep track of people until everyone is happy. Don't forget the rules. Tattle, you tell that school kid he's out of here.
I guess the bombers know Tattle?
He's been acting like a real jerk lately.
The Bombers Secret Society of Justice was added to your notebook. You were taught the secret code. This is added to your notebook. Goodbye. Looks like the postman's on his rounds, and he runs away for no reason. So we are now an official member of the Bombers, which is excellent. So let me show this Bomber's Notebook off real quick. It's basically, as you may have interpreted, a way to keep track of your side quests. I think they wanted you to be able to easily figure out what their schedule was. So we do get the code here. We can always, in case we forget it, it's right here for us to get back in. 53124. We've got the happy sticker, or a promise sticker, I guess. Members only schedule book. And then this over here, that red box on the far right, indicates that we have completed their quest. So start getting the Bomber's Notebook was all it took to complete that quest. But we've got 19 more spots. It's also worth mentioning that this was vastly improved on in Majora's Mask 3D on the 3DS. It was actually pretty cool. Let's see, I think I've got like... actually that's probably a good stopping point right there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Not to cut off so abruptly, but we are over time a bit, I think. And no sense in cramming more content than is necessary in, right? So until next time, I will see you guys on the flippity floppity.